Thank you to Hohem for sponsoring this video. So this is what your phone looks like when you're trying to capture, when things can get a little bit bumpy. And this is what it looks like with the iSteady V3 Silky Smooth. All right, so this is the Hohem iSteady V3. It's a super advanced AI gimbal that's here to take your mobile video recording to a whole new level. Let me show you how it works and also give you a chance to win not 100, not 2, not 3, not 4, but $500. This is just my way to give back for supporting the channel all of these years. It's my favorite thing that I love to do on camera. All you gotta do, leave me a comment down below. Tell me the first thing you would film with your brand new gimbal. Tell me a fact about yourself. Tell me anything you want. Make sure there's a way to contact you, either in your comment or on a YouTube page. Give the video a thumbs up. We'll let this run for 10 days, open to anyone in the world. All information though will be down in the description. All right, so at this point, I'm sure you don't need me to explain to you guys that smartphone cameras have gotten insanely good. Photo and video quality keeps getting better and better with every new release. And whether you are living, happily or unhappily in the Apple's walled garden or the wild west of Android, there are a ton of phones out there of all different sizes and price points and shapes. Lets you capture moments with incredible detail anytime, anywhere. And with the rise of vertical video and platforms like TikTok especially, it's clear that you don't need a professional camera or kind of perfect studio lighting to make content that millions of people will watch. But I can tell you that a little can go a long way. That's why I want to show off this guy. It's the iSteady V3 because this is here. Its main job is kind of supercharge your phone's video experience and kind of take it to the next level by allowing you to get features on your phone's camera that just would not be possible without it. And first and foremost, let's start with the basics. It is an excellent smartphone gimbal with 3-axis stabilization. Your phone can easily snap in and get those silky smooth shots that look crazy cinematic. And just to make this clear, this is also going to do all the hard work for you. You don't need to be some sort of video expert to get pro level video stabilization. Even's got a little control pod that pops out and can be used wirelessly as remote control if you want. It works beautifully, it works perfectly as advertised, and it is crazy cool. But that's not even close to all of it here, because iSteady V3 packs a ton more. So for example, there's built-in tripod feet on the bottom, so you can easily set this down on a table. There's a built-in extension rod that can function as a selfie stick. And probably the most cool thing of all here, there's crazy advanced AI tracking system. Lets you track and control the system completely hands-free. And all it takes is a simple gesture to get AI tracking activated, and then the iSteady V3 is automatically gonna follow you wherever you go. And this can be perfect solution if you're trying to capture some product demos. Or for us, it's been awesome. We're doing studio tours or walk and talks. We can be 100% confident I'm never going to accidentally step out of frame. Also super cool here is this AI tracker is detachable. So you can position for either the selfie camera or the front or the rear camera system on the back. And instead of me explaining this though, I think it's probably way easier if I kind of walk you through this and if you guys give a demo of how this is gonna work. All right, so it's pretty simple. You put the phone in the holster, you attach the AI tracker. It's again reversible, so it doesn't matter which camera that you're using. And you can start the AI tracking with gestures. And as things are moving or people are moving or animals are moving, your subject is always going to remain in frame. I have lighting built in here. If I need some extra light or I want to flash or I want to sort of halo light myself or even film in the dark, this is kind of one stop for everything. You hear a lot of companies throw gestures in, they're kind of gimmicky. It works incredibly well here and is really actually useful to the whole experience. So if you want to turn on AI mode, just give it the old OK sign. Green light turns on and it's ready to go. If you want to turn it off for some reason, hand up and it'll turn off. Once it's on, if you want to start recording, give it the old double shaka. All right, so now I'm recording. So I think the big question is John, why do I need a gimbal? My phone's got stabilization built in, and they do, and so phone stabilization is pretty decent. But when you're doing a lot of motion, a gimbal makes a tremendous amount of difference. So just for comparison, here's stabilized footage coming right out of a phone. Here's the same footage with the gimbal, and you could see why something like this could be such a huge asset. Maybe more use case to me, but maybe if you're a content creator as well. First, the portability of this is tremendous. Being able to sort of go wherever I am and get smooth shots. I can do much better with this than I can with my hand. Even when I'm holding things steady and level, there's still a bit of shake. it's totally eliminated. I love that it's thin, it's compact, easily fit in a bag. I don't know, maybe a pocket if I got some like big cargo shorts, but it does make it really easy. A couple things I really like about the design here. First, it's kind of got a hidden selfie stick. So if I just give a little yank right there, you get a bit of distance if you need it. But also probably one of the coolest features, I know I talked about this before, was the removable control. Being able to sort of set this up with the feet that are built in and be able to control it is really awesome. I hadn't seen a gimbal where that came off that also had feet that can stabilize what it's doing. And I could set this up, I mean, so incredibly easy. And when I mentioned portability too, you compare the size of this to something like a Sony A7, it's like a big difference if you're out walking around, if you're filming for 5, 6, 7 hours at a time. Having something so thin and light makes a gigantic difference. I think what's surprising is the quality of the footage you can get from a phone. It can be masked to look really similar to the quality of footage you get from a studio camera. But there are still some things that phones cannot do, and stabilization, true stabilization, is just not among them. So being able to have that stabilization where I can rely on a phone has been so tremendous for trade shows, for travel. I'm packing like half of the gear I used to pack before. All of that with light built in, being able to use gestures. This has been an absolutely incredible piece of kit to have in the tool bag. Now it's not perfect for every scenario, but for a lot of scenarios, it really is good. If you're starting a YouTube channel, you already have a channel, you're creating content for TikTok or Instagram, this makes a big difference. And this makes a difference potentially between a video that gets a couple hundred views or a couple thousand views to 100,000 or more. If you want your footage to look as good as possible, but you don't want to have to spend thousands of dollars, and you shouldn't have to, this is what you need. It's got absolutely everything built in. It's like a Swiss Army knife tool with pieces that pop out, pull out, gesture control and everything. I think Hohem absolutely hit a home run here. If you film videos of yourself, this is gonna be perfect. You film videos of products, this will be perfect. Even so far as pulling out the tripod feet from the bottom and get this thing to just stand still is awesome. All right, so not only does the AI tracking work, like I think really seamlessly, but the best part is probably it works independently of whatever camera app you're using. So you can use AI tracking features in all apps, which I don't think can be said about most of the competition, at least as far as I know. It's also gonna work beautifully in both portrait and landscape mode. Even a 3-color fill light, you can essentially attach if you're in less than ideal conditions. Hohem's also got a companion app. You can jump into and explore some tutorials and guides, kind of get the most, if you want to, out of your iSteady V3. So like I said in the beginning here, there's no arguing that smartphone cameras have gotten stupid good. But don't forget the right accessories can make them, I think, so much better. And if you're looking for sort of the Swiss Army knife of video tools, the iSteady V3 checks all those boxes. It offers a super easy way to stabilize your phone's camera system. It packs a ton of intelligent AI tracking features. It's got a built-in tripod, selfie stick, and all this in a really compact form factor with all-day battery life. If you're in the market for a versatile smartphone gimbal like the iSteady V3, check it out in the link down below.